Evening, everybody. It's your boy Drell Prince, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk y'all through this tutorial today. And the tutorial is really let me decrease my screen size right here. I want y'all to kind of see this in the background. Okay, the tutorial is about Walmart ticket checkers. Okay, I've been having a lot of incidents going on here in Dallas where I walk into Walmart stores, and these ticket checking people act like they are the military Gestapo for Walmart. You dig what I'm talking about? Okay, now me, I'm a type of person, I believe in everybody's personal private rights. And it seems as though they don't train these people within the stores about customer privacy. Okay, because they seem to have an attitude as if they can walk up to you or while you walk out the door, stop you, say, I need to see your receipt, sir, ma'am, and instantly think you're supposed to say, okay, massa, here you go. A lot of them seem to get an attitude because I've checked a few of them. Because me personally, I have to put everything in perspective and I got to let people know, listen, your job is not to look through my private items that I've paid for because clearly it's 1,000 or 100 cameras in this store that has seen me walk from point A to B to C, check out everything that I checked out and walked out this door. Now I could understand. Let me say this out of respect to them because I'm gonna give some points. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm gonna give some points. And in light of these points, these perspectives, I like to call them, I want to make sure that everybody can be on the same page about something. Because in case of Walmart, people are watching this. You're an employee of Walmart. You need to have an understanding how the customer feels, who understand rights, okay, who understand privacy. At the same time, let it be known that one thing you people always try to promote and claim that you have a right to do is, I'm just doing my job, sir. I'm just doing my job, ma'am. Okay, well, your job is a part of security. We're gonna let that be a part of it. So here we go. Number one, my perspective and principle number one. Walmart employees tend to always hit you with this line, I'm just doing my job, sir. Incident I had, I went in, I came out of the store with my items. Clearly the person was sitting there watching me in the line, check out my items. I walked out of the store. And as I was walking out, here he comes. As a white guy. Here he comes. Sir, I need to check your receipt. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't need to check my receipt, sir. You just saw me sitting there going through the motions of paying for everything I paid for. I'm good. I don't need you to check my receipt. Thank you very much. And he instantly got an attitude. Okay, I'm not a lawyer who gets paid to debate with people. I don't get paid to debate with people. So I'm not going to stand there and bumping my gums back and forth. I ain't lip locking and tongue wrestling with nobody. Okay. So I don't do that. I just specifically say, you know what? I turned around the door. I said, just to be real with you, sir, let me show you. Your job is to check the receipts of people going out if you have a security issue. That means if I walked out of this alarm system, walked out of this door, and the alarm went off, bling, 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 it went off. Now you have a right to stop me. Excuse me, sir. I need to see what your items are in the basket. Can I see your receipt, please? Then you have a right to turn around and stop me for security purposes because I alerted something. I set the alarm off. You see, but other than that, there is no sign, people. Listen to me carefully. If you are a Walmart employee somewhere in this great America or anywhere in the world on the planet, unless your store owners have put up on the store on the glass so every customer walking into the store can see the policy of store shopping rights, private policy, customer rights, and store policies for using this particular store. Every store owner has the right to have their own rules. Okay, and I know each one of them sometimes do have their own little rules, but unless you put that up visibly for every customer that walks in the store to see that you must display ticket upon request. You must display ticket up on request by one of our employees. Unless you display that and it says clearly you must display this ticket or you cannot shop at this store, then that means you're trying to evade a person's private rights. Every time you think you can ask them for their ticket to see what they bought, it's none of your business what they bought. It's none of your business what they went and purchased. It's their own private business. Okay. So therefore, you do not have a right as an employee to act like a military Gestapo and stop people going in and out of a store because you feel like you just want to pick somebody out of random. And then another thing you do, a lot of people tend to want to sit up and argue and gun bump and go back and forth with a customer, but then you let all these other customers walk out the store. So you at random, you pick certain customers, like old James here. James got aggressive. He got to the point, people, of where he was actually holding this basket, wrestling this basket to keep this customer from going out of the store. Then his manager, I think this lady was his manager, she walks up, and I'm gonna play the video for y'all so y'all can hear a little bit of the incident, and then I'm gonna elaborate on some points. Then the manager lady walks up, and then she tries to go into explanation. Now this guy was quite rational. He was kind of a lamb. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. He was a lamb, but I'm a tiger, so I roar. Okay, I think my Chinese zodiac is that of a tiger, and I roar. And if I'm gonna be lamb, like I'm gonna be warrior lamb, because I know my rights, and I'm not just gonna let you invade and just gonna handle me no anyway. Okay, but I want to have everybody's respect level in perspective. That's what I do. I respect your position, your uniform, that hat you wearing. Okay, I understand what it's like to be an employee, but I also understand I'm a customer and I know my rights. So therefore, you need to know your rights so you don't overstep your boundaries. Okay, and everybody keep their respect. Now, me personally, I'm gonna tell y'all this dude, this guy, he handled Mr. James here, the Rebel James. He handled him pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But if it was me, James would have had a problem. They had the police in the store. They'd probably had to go get the police because James would have had a problem if he tried to hold my basket and stop me from going out this door. I'm not tolerating that, James. We're gonna have a problem. Okay. So now my thing of it is, I have no right to sit up and wrestle you with this basket because my name is not on this basket. I don't own it. But just out of sheer respect, James would have caught something that day. James would have caught a different understanding from me if I was the customer he was wrestling with this basket. Okay. So now this lady, people, even goes to the point of following the guy out of the store to his car. She followed him after he sat here. They had a conversation, all three of them. She ended up coming out to the man's car to try to explain further some other detail. And he checked her. He like, nah, I don't need to talk to you about nothing. We don't have anything to discuss anymore. Conversation is over with. You feel me? So whatever incident you may have, people, with Walmart ticket checkers, these are points that I'm going to make on how you can just basically address the point peacefully. And if you like me, if they push the point, then y'all gonna need security up in the store. But make sure you do it with rational intelligence. You can always put somebody in a place with intelligence. If they get physical, then you give them the business. I'm all about that because they don't understand the points that I'm going to make is doing your job. Your job is specifically check items going out of the door if it alerts you to suspicion or security. Okay, that's the only job you got at that door. Greeting people, I take that back. You have to greet the customers. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Come again. Shop. And that. The other point I'm gonna make is the law. You have to know your rights. If you're an employee, know your rights. You have training classes. I don't know how they train you people, but you're supposed to have training classes, okay? And these training classes are supposed to give you the understanding of store policies as far as store rights, customer policies as far as customer rights. It's two ways because we're doing business. It's contractual agreements. It's business, which is my third point. It deals with commerce and contracts. It deals with shoppers' privacy rights. My last point will be um I couldn't read my own writing on that situations. Okay, well anyway, let's just say this. I guess that says policies. I'm scribbling. Y'all gotta y'all gotta look up me on that. Okay, I'm kind of scribbling, but the last point is basically like I was saying, it all ties into commerce, contract, shoppers' privacy rights, and all these types of policies. Now I've seen lots of incidents, people. Being in Dallas, it stays busy down here. It's all kind of drama and activity happening all day long. Okay. So now, me being a person that's an influencer, a person that's on the ground, I'm an Uber driver. I get around, professional driver. So I get around. I go everywhere. I'm all on the ground. I bleed the streets daily. So I go from one store of all types. I go to stores really of all types, but I go to these Walmarts every day, all day long. You know what I'm saying? Dollar stores, Walmarts, like Big Lots. These are stores I shop at every day, every week. Okay, I'm somewhere all over the place. So when I see the attitude of these people not knowing their own training store policies, not understanding UCC commercial codes, and not understanding the rights of a customer and the rights of a store owner for privacy and I see these people really don't pay attention in training, or they really not just training them right. Okay, so now I'm gonna let y'all check out some of this stuff that him and James was talking about, and y'all tell me what y'all think, and then I'm gonna cut back in and make some points. He told him to go to his dentist. Okay, now I had to stop it right here. Now, clearly, we seen James thinking that he has the right to stop the guy. And old boy just started attacking his denture structure. You see what I'm saying? He started going all up in James' grill, saying, "Man, listen, you need to go to the dentist, James." My mic kind of went off. I don't know if my mic is still on, but I'm going. You need to go to the dentist, James. Check your dental structure. Okay. So James at this point starts getting aggressive. Excuse me, my ears itching. James at this point starts getting aggressive. Okay, and then this point, James really don't understand what he's doing is really breaking the law by trying to get physical and wrestle a man on the basket. Okay, and check it out. Okay, now y'all see right here. You see how I guess she's the manager. You see how she comes over people, and do you see how she's automatically about to try to explain to him because the item is not in the bag? Because it's not in the bag. She's about to try to make an invalid, unnecessary point because if it's not in the bag, I guess she feels that she's going to try to come up with some point that he has to show the receipt if it's not in the bag. I don't know what it is, and it sounds like my microphone is going in and out at this point. I don't know, but hopefully it's not. I'll check the audio later. But notice she's trying to make the point that if it's not in the bag, then blah 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 Bobby Blue Bland. Okay, so notice she's trying to threaten him also with police. You know what I'm saying? Like with the police. If next time you come in, da 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 da. If they don't do, listen. Anytime you walk in as a customer, anytime you have no legal right. There's no law. I haven't broken the law of the land. I haven't damaged any of your property. You clearly don't understand the laws of the land. I haven't damaged any of your property. I haven't injured anybody in this store. At least not yet. Oh, James was pushing it though. But unless any of those laws, basic laws, have been broken, you don't have a right unless you have a store sign that says, I have to show you this receipt upon request in order for me to shop into the store. Okay. Otherwise, I have privacy rights. It's none of your business what I bought. It's none of your business what I have. If I walk out of this store and the alarm goes off, that's the purpose of those security alarms. Okay. To catch me going out of the store with all these 1,000 cameras that's going on up in here, that's seeing all my actions every place I went in the store. I mean, come on, people. If you work for Walmart, use your common sense. You have no place and no right to argue with customers over something that's minute as checking their receipt. It's none of your business. Most people are not even going to check the receipt. You're just going to get it and scribble something on it to let it be, make it look like you checked it. You're not even really checking it. So don't even push the point of something frivolous that you really, excuse me, have no legal rights to be doing anyway. Now I'm gonna let y'all finish watching this, and then we're gonna end this video because clearly They're not doing their job. They don't know the law. They can't understand commerce contracts and shoppers' privacies and policies of a store that they clearly should be upholding in training, but they don't know this. Okay? How to avoid these types of situations in Walmart. And at this point, she want to take her phone out and try to threaten him. Can I film you too? I don't need you filming me. Can we film you too? Okay, go ahead, lady. I mean, it's America. I don't have a problem with you filming me. You know what I'm saying? Get my good side. You feel what I'm talking about? Get my good side. Because I go platinum every day. I don't mind showing me a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you get my good side. And notice, oh, James is still right here wrestling and holding this basket. James still hadn't let this basket go. As if he going to have some right to wrestle this man over this basket. James on that water. James smoking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now do you see this lady? She's still obsessed with the fact that he checked them politely and let them get away with too much as it is, and she still pushed the pill. She going out to this man's car, people. She followed him out to his car to still try to prove an invalid point, as if she had some type of point to prove. Okay, that is crazy. That is totally crazy. Now, me personally, I don't know what this is that came up on the screen, but me personally, there's no way I'm gonna let this go down like this, people. And notice he was pulling off and he started asking her, "What's your name?" And she didn't want to give her name. "Do your job, dude." She probably looked like a little dude. I don't want to get disrespectful with it, but it's just like she just really took it overboard. Okay, so people, if you're a Walmart clerk, learn your position, learn your job, learn what you need to do when you started approaching people about checking their receipts and tickets. It is not your place and your right just because the Walmart employees told you you have a right, unless you have some security issue, then it's your right. If you have a security issue, that alarm goes off, I give you some suspicion, and you need to make sure everything. That's your only chance that you have a right. Other than that, you don't have no place to try to ask nobody. Let me see what's in your basket. Let me see your receipt. No, that's wasting your time. Nobody got to give you that. It's no law. I haven't broke no law to do that. You have 100,000 cameras in here that's seen everything I did from point A, B to C, all the way out this door. You don't need to see what's in my basket. I don't need you looking at it. I don't want you to know. Be nice to people. Check them politely and then tell them have a next day. And if they want to get the cop, then you go into the legal ramifications of it. Okay, put the cops in their place too, because some of them think they can just boss hog you around. But if you know your place and you know the law, don't even worry about it. It's your boy Dre Prince reporting on how you can put a Walmart employee in check politely when they ask you for the bullshit. Be cool.